Hello and welcome back to Wrestling in Mom's Basement. This is going to be the Raw, SmackDown 205 Live, NXT, and NXT UK reviews.
Not 205 Live.
Not 205 Live. I forgot because they weren't actually a live show last week. But it's for the week of December 24th. I, of course, am Patrick Young. This gentleman to my right is my co-host, Joe Venuto.
Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, let's go.
Yes. Even though this is going to be uploaded way after Christmas. Way after the New Year. We're actually from the future.
Yes.
Because we're in 2019 right now.
Mm-hmm. And holy shit, we're all actually starting with a match.
Yeah.
Not 20-minute promo, 2 weeks in a row. Well, last week and this current week. Elias defeated Lashley in a miracle on 34th Street Fight.
Yeah, probably the most entertaining match that we've seen out of Lashley and Elias this far. Not anything spectacular, just stupid, good holiday fun from a holiday episode of Raw.
Yeah, it was solid and a silly holiday match. It was fine. Up next, Chad Gable and Bobby defeated Revival to retain the tag team championships.
Yeah, very solid match. It's good to see this match out of both teams. That WWE is willing to give them the time now. I like the whole match, and I even like the finish too, where it gives Gable and Rude the win, but the Revival still have what's the word I'm looking for here? They still have an excuse to get another to get another title match.
Yeah, it was good and a fun tag match, and they claimed that Dash was actually the legal one, Dash was actually the legal one, and that opens up. No, that sets up the rematch for the first live roll of 2019. It was really all matches. Up next, Finn Balor defeated Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, it was a pretty fair triple threat. I think you probably would expect a little bit more of the names, but still, I had fun with the match.
Yeah, a good match overall, and while McIntyre didn't win, he took a lot out of the match and was protected in the wall as well. Finn picked up another one. Up next, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Ember Moon defeated Mickie James, Dana Brooke, and Alicia Fox.
Yeah, it was your typical woman's six-woman tag. Nothing spectacular here, but nothing offensive, I guess.
It wasn't that good. And you expect more out of the names in it. I mean, you got Alicia and Dana, and they got the other four. But you expect more out.
You have 1/3 good team.
Yeah, but it was Sasha and Mickie that were sloppy.
Yeah,
with that shade looking meteorite.
Meteor.
Oh, that's good. Considering that you got 4 of the greatest of all time in there. No.
Yes.
Next we celebrate the holidays with Paul Heyman.
Yeah, I thought Paul could had a decent promo at first, then it kind of got a little weird with Braun coming out and dressing him like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. A little odd, but I guess I've seen worse ideas out of Braun, so.
That was a segment. Up next, Ronda Rousey defeat Natalya to retain the Royal Women's Championship.
Probably my favorite match on Raw.
Yeah.
This probably should have been the main event instead of the one we got, but again, I thought this was the best performance on Raw.
Yeah, it was very good, enjoyable match. Good work and good layout. And I like the story that they were hesitant to start before they really amped it up. Up next, Heath Slater defeated Jinder Mahal by DQ.
I actually forgot this match happened, to be honest.
Rhino returned.
Yeah, Rhino returned.
From his retirement.
I remember Rhino returned, but I forgot about this match.
Merry Christmas, Rhino.
Yeah, it was nice. I guess it was kept short and sweet.
And up next, Seth Rollins defeated Baron Corbin.
not a bad match out of the two. See what happens when Corbin's not on an hour each Raw.
Mm-hmm.
He becomes a little bit more fresh. He's not as bothersome to get through a match with him.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was a real solid main event, but there was really no drama involved.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody believed that Corbin was beating Seth at this point.
No.
SmackDown kicked off with Santa Time by R-Truth and Carmella and Dan Bryan.
Well, we forgot a couple things on Raw.
We did.
Vince announcing...
Oh, well, my fault. It would be easy to forget. Vince was dressed as Santa Claus, and now says Cena was returning the women's tag team titles.
Yeah, that's literally how they were announced.
So we didn't miss stuff on Raw because there's no in-ring
and a cage match next week for Dolph and Drew.
Last night.
Yeah, other words, last night.
Up next, up first SmackDown was Same Time with Truth, Carmella, and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, it's pretty much they started off with Santa Truth and Carmella. They were giving the presents to the little kids in the crowd. And then Bryan comes out, pretty much healing up Christmas from an environmentalist aspect.
Mm-hmm.
And then pretty much Truth and Bryan go back and forth, and then Bryan pretty much takes out Truth's leg.
Yeah, it was some fun from Truth, and then the usual good promo by heel Bryan. It's short at the fan stadium.
Yeah.
Next, Mustafa Ali defeated Andrade Cien Almas.
Very good match from the two. These two work pretty well together, and it's nice to see Mustafa still continuing that role he has on SmackDown.
Yeah, it was a good and fun match. Both guys look good, and Ali maintained his momentum he's been building. Up next, the Usos, Gallows, and Anderson defeated the Bar and Savage.
And the surprise out of here is that the club actually got the pin.
Right.
And,
on the bar.
Yeah, on the bar. And that they were pretty much celebrating with the Usos.
Yeah.
To show respect. A very solid tag team match from all four teams. All worked, and again, pluses to the club actually getting some shine.
Yeah, it was a pretty good match with fun and chaotic. Closing stretch. It's nice to see signing the Good Brothers into the title mix.
Yeah.
Next was Miz TV with Shane McMahon.
So it finally happened. Shane and Miz are finally going to team together. Miz has been cutting pretty sympathetic promos.
Yeah.
This one probably may be more sympathetic than any other.
Mm-hmm.
Bring up that his father's never really impressed with his wrestling career.
Especially when he got attacked at Falcon like 6 years ago by Orton.
Yeah. Yeah, that was his father's reaction.
So it might just be believable. And like even on Miz and Mrs., his dad's kind of a dick. He calls him Mike. Wow.
Well,
it's not Miz.
That's his name.
Yeah, but we don't need to know that.
His Twitter handle is literally Mike the Miz.
Well, I should remember that next time I speak. I really had no idea where they're fully going with this, but it's been fun and the crowd loves it.
Yeah.
Next, some... Was it double count or DQ? DQ, I think. They had double count, but I think Samoa Joe beat Jeff by DQ.
Yeah.
By disqualification.
Fun match while it happened, and I'm really enjoying the continuation of this feud, so anything that can, I guess, stretch it a little bit more is okay in my book.
Yeah, it was a pretty good match, and the right one for the first and feud. I thought that the finish worked well so they can continue the feud.
Yeah.
Earl was a good successful angle with Jeff Galen, Bit Wild, and Crazy Joe kicking as a name.
Mm-hmm.
And the main event, Russo defeated Shinsuke Nakamura to win the United States Championship.
Yeah, I'm actually going to label this my match of the week.
Same here.
I thought it was definitely the strongest match. It definitely had the match with the most on the line. And Rusev finally gets a much-needed big win and a title after a few years. It's the title he first started out with, but something had to be done with the United States Championship. And
yeah.
Why not give it back to Rusev, who's who's still hot, but not as hot as he was. But again, still sort of hot with the Rusev Day stuff.
Yeah.
And Rusev and Nakamura worked very well together. It may have been Nakamura's best match
Of the
on
year.
the roster. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it ended up being a great match with a strong layout that made Rusev a believable fight from the bottom babyface. If that makes sense.
They gave it a lot of time too.
Yeah, 22 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yeah.
And they knocked Nakamura a ton before finally losing too.
Mm-hmm.
And Rusev was cool and came off as a great moment. And then backstage, AJ was supposed to meet with Vince. Vince wanted to know the real AJ Styles was, and he thinks AJ going to replace it. So he told him that, where's the animal? The animal. The animal. The animal. The animal. The animal. And then Vince just got decked with a right hand. And then the officials throw AJ out. They ask Vince, does he need help? And he's perfect.
It was a good segment, but it was just hilarious how Vince played it. He played it great, but it was just how hilarious how it just.
As a character,
awesome.
he still has it, man.
Where's that animal? That
The
animal.
animal.
Just pointing at his chest. The animal. Animal.
Oh my gosh. I hope AJ was as ticklish as I am, because God bless him.
All I'm doing is this.
Yeah, I know. But it says chills.
Where's the animal?
It says chills up my spine.
That's all Vince was doing too.
Yeah, but
And then slapped him.
NXT UK episode 19 kicked off with. Well, they just officially announced NXT Takeover Blackpool for next Saturday. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. Then Tony Storm came out and wanted to catch up her Mae Young Classic win. I didn't know it was for a championship, but it makes sense.
Why not?
Rhea Ripley
Instead of just being the Mae Young Classic winner,
Yeah, at least
I
it's for
guess it
something.
should be for something.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley.
Maybe it wasn't necessarily the most informative, but alright, cool.
And Giant Saint and the assistant, I can't remember his name, Assist Scala, and made the match official. Rhea Storm versus Tony Ripley, Rhea Ripley versus Tony Storm at NXT Takeover Blackpool next Saturday. Not much told about it. Just a straightforward segment.
Yeah.
Not much gotta dig deep into.
Thumbs up.
And that Jordan Devlin defeated Kane Williams.
Yeah, pretty strong match from Jordan Devlin, who is continually shining on the UK brand.
Yeah, it was short but good and enjoyable. Devlin's a guy who's fully taking advantage of all the airtime he's getting in the brand.
Yeah.
He never wastes it and looks great every time out. So.
And also, he may confuse lesser informed WWE fans by looking like Finn Balor. So
Chris Trainer.
yes.
Up next, A. Dennis defeated Dave Maloney by DQ.
Didn't. Dave Massive.
Yeah.
Like I thought. It was more or less more of an angle.
Yeah, it was one of
a match.
Yeah, it was really a storyline device too. Circle back around to Dennis versus Mastiff
Yeah.
rematch, likely for TakeOver.
Yeah.
I'm
kind of just because the size of the NXT brand, I'm actually expecting more matches than you would normally see at an NXT Takeover.
Yeah, I'm not expecting 5. I'm not just expecting 5.
Yeah, I'm expecting more.
Yeah, I'm expecting at least 15 to 20. Like a WrestleMania 4 type deal.
I'll say probably
Like 7, 8.
Yeah, I'll probably say
like
like seven,
regular,
8, possibly up to 10.
A regular WWE pay-per-view length.
Yeah.
Up next, Tyson, T-Bone, and Saxon Huxley defeated Jack Stars and Tucker.
Yeah, kind of a forgettable match. Nothing really great, but you kind of do have to expand the tag division.
Yeah, it was a fun extended squash as they try to give T-Bone and Huxley some credibility with a rebound win. And the main event of this one, Joe Colby defeated Ligero.
I like Ligero. He's a very hardworking guy. And Nigel also mentioned he was a hardworking guy, so you're welcome, WWE. I gave Nigel a soundbite for you. But yeah, I thought the match was pretty good. May have actually been my favorite match from NXT UK this week.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a toss-up with the main event of the next of episode 20.
Yeah. I think this one was my favorite. Very strong match from the two. Mark Coffey again.
Joe Coffey.
Or Joe Coffey, sorry. It confuses me with the Briscoe brothers.
Right, yeah. Just think of, like, Joe and Mark. You'll be Mark, I'm Joe. I'm the star of the podcast, so I'm the one in the singles push. Same guy.
Well, anyway, good match from the Coffee Brother and a very hard-working performance from Ligero.
Now you remember who it is. Just think. Just imagine me in the ring as Pete Dunne. Okay. That's how you got fake Joe Colby.
Got it.
He's the star of Dallas. I'm the star of us, so there you go.
Yeah.
The Briscoes, you get them confused with. Why? Because one's named Mark, one's named
One
Mark.
name's Mark, the other one...
Is a 3-letter J?
Yeah. Starting with J.
J? Yeah, alright,
Yeah.
fine, I'll give it to you. But just think of me. I look like a Pete. Joe. The Coffee Brother, let's get in the singles. There we go. Yeah, it was a very good main event.
Singles Coffee Brother.
With Ligero continuing to be a great babyface and Kofi continuing as one of ways some more ruthless size he looks for the UK title shot, which I'm presuming that he gets at Takeover Blackwood. To kick off episode 20, Zach Gibson and James Drake defeated Wild Boar and Primate.
Yeah, one of the odd times that Zach Gibson is actually getting cheered because they're in fact in Liverpool. Yeah, it was a good showing from Liverpool's number one and Drake. And also gets them a good victory before they start the tag team tournament coming soon.
Yeah, the Grizzly Young Vets continue to their winning ways. Pretty good, enjoyable match, and Boar and Primate were fun opponents for them.
Mm.
Up next, Marcel Barthel defeated Mark Andrews in his debut.
Pretty good match. I thought it was a very good showing from
Marcel Barthel.
He looked very strong in the match. He actually impressed me a little more than he had been in NXT when he pretty much unofficially got squashed by Keith Lee and EC3. I was very saying Matt Riddle, but yeah, it was EC3. So yeah, I felt like he impressed in this aspect, and Mark Andrews, it's always a treat to see on NXT UK.
Yeah, it was a good match and debut for Barthel, who was somewhat speculated will fit better on the UK brand anyway than regular NXT, where he wasn't being used by those 2 times.
Yeah.
And Edgar involvement played well too, so as he's had issues with Andrews and Webster, so. And he promised to get a tag partner and build them, and this will lead to that tag match. And the main event, UK Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley defeated newest member of the UK roster, Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah, very good match from the two. Definitely the strongest women's match of the week.
Yeah.
It was a toss-up between the two, but I think I just liked Coffee and Ligero a little bit more, that's all.
I like this about the same as Ronda and Natty, actually. It was a very good match, and they got time. Purrazzo was on her game, and she made Rhea work for the win, but the champion came in the end.
And someone that might look into WWE innuendos, or rumors and innuendos, as Conrad and Bruce Pritchard talk about. They just put Deonna Purrazzo on the UK brand when Marty Scurll is actually when he's about to become a free agent in a few months.
Mm-hmm.
Coincidence? You decide.
Or you could be going here. NXT kicked off.
That too.
With Bianca Belair defeating Io Shirai, Alicia Medium to go to Takeover Phoenix to face Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, it was a fun fatal 4-way. Kind of surprising. I thought Io was going to win, but you know what? Hell, why not give Bianca a chance? It's kind of almost not the major NXT takeover, so there's really not that much pressure on her compared to if
New York or I guess Toronto will be the other major one this year.
Yeah.
Or War Games.
Yeah.
Okay, so they got like 3 major ones. Pick one. Whichever one's on WrestleMania, SummerSlam, or Survivor Series.
Usually they treat the New York takeover,
which is only the SummerSlam takeover.
Yeah.
So,
as the major one. So, essentially what they're doing is almost in the right spot of the year where you should have someone of a new contender go for the main title and just see what the hell happens. I think it's a good spot for her, and I have no doubt she'll impress.
But the opposite is I could see her winning, though.
I can't see her winning a little bit, too.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's finally time for Bianca to get her shot. It's really press that take over. It was a good match. Fun, a little frantic on the suicide dives by Io and Mia.
Mm-hmm.
But give everyone a little shines. I'm really excited for Bianca to get the chance on the big stage now. Up next, Jackson Ricker defeated Mish Tarvana.
Yeah, Joe pointed this out before I watched it. There wasn't any commentary.
No, so
it was like they just threw it there and no one had time over Christmas and New Year's break to actually add commentary. Not even like Percy and Nigel talking about it or whatever for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It was just kind of odd, and obviously it looked like it was supposed to be a dark match. Not really supposed to see the light of day.
Yeah, well, actually, it was the fact match from TV. I agree.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, there's no commentary on this, like Pat said, and the word from those at the taping that I was reading was that the match was really sloppy, and they had to retake several spots. Think about that in a squash match.
Yeah.
That should happen in a squash, so. And while Tarvana, I guess, wasn't very good, clearly, I would hope by now Riker is experienced enough.
Yeah.
To
former TNA gunner.
To work at effective squash, at least. This actually honestly speaks poorly of both guys.
Yeah.
In that case.
He went from being the forefront of the group to probably just being being the Haas.
Yeah, the Forgotten aren't horrible, but their gimmicks kind of create wrestler templates.
Kinda.
And that makes sense?
Yeah.
They're extremely replaceable.
Mm-hmm.
But this should never have appeared.
No.
And now, it's things like this, why you wonder why Triple H doesn't run things show. This just goes on his long track record of mistakes.
Or it's just like, fuck it, just put it on there.
Because there's only 2 matches on the show.
Yeah, it's Christmas. We're probably not going to get that many views.
This week's episode is 2 hours. So, just to clarify.
Yeah.
So, no. I'm not sure if it's an end of the year special and just one match, like they did a few years back with Cesaro and Regal.
Mm-hmm.
But it will be reviewed because there is a new match between Matt Riddle and Cassidy Jericho.
Unlike 2 of 5 Live.
Where there was nothing new, it was just announced as a failed 4-way.
Yeah.
At the Rumble for a title. And the main event, Undisputed Era defeat Heavy Machinery to retain the tag team championships.
Yeah, a solid match from the 2 teams.
This was my match that night.
Yeah, it was my favorite match from NXT as well.
Clearly.
Yeah, it was a solid match, especially from Heavy Machinery, which continuing to improve, and I hope it's something that doesn't get lost on the main roster for them.
They'll be dancing with no way. Yeah.
Probably. But yeah, this was pretty much their send-off.
Yeah, it was a good, enjoyable main event. Everyone played roles well. Heavy Machinery didn't nothing to look competitive. And Undisputed Era continues to show that they can work with literally anybody in this case, and why they are high regarded as one of the best tag teams in the world. Botch of the week.
Botch of the week. Believe it or not, it may be the first time, but I'm gonna go with just adding the NXT.
See, yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
Other than that, it probably would have been nothing.
Yeah. It was actually a very solid week for a holiday week.
Yeah.
For WWE, which is unusual.
And show of the week?
Show of the week, I do have mine.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, SmackDown. Overall for me, it was just a lot more. It was just a fun show to watch.
Yeah.
We got we also got very solid wrestling too. We even got a little advancement and a little surprise at the end with AJ and Vince.
Right, so yeah.
So all in all, I found that was the more well put together show.
And I wouldn't be surprised though if this leads to another match with Bryan though now at the Rumble for AJ. You know, like they were building Mustafa too.
Yeah.
I can see them putting AJ in there.
Mustafa may be the go home
Rumble
match for Bryan.
Yeah. The only reason I'm saying that is this seems like he was still teasing AJ versus Bryan for the Rumble.
Yeah.
You know, they were also teasing Bryan versus Mustafa, too.
Where's that animal?
So there seems to be like a lot of things going on. But I think the safer bet might be to do AJ Bryan. I know Mustafa, it's a Rumble.
Yeah.
But you could also give Mustafa like a Iron Man type performance in the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
That could be wrong. It might be Bryan Mustafa. But I'm thinking it's AJ and Bryan now. But yes, I was tracked out too. Up next, Monday Night War reviews for January 22nd, 1996. Then our Halloween Havoc 1992 reviews. No Q&A this week because of holiday. Well, I had it for Christmas Eve. I'm not bringing it, but a lot happened since then.
Yeah.
And Wrestle, so we'll start that next Monday. And then our year-end awards, so see you then.
See you then.